Hey up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City, where I'm just going to start with something I forgot to mention yesterday, and that's the teams that went down from the Premier League last year, which are Reading, Wolves and Huddersfield. Wolves are fascinating though because they don't have any players left. They've got enough to field a first 11 and 4 subs at the moment thanks to 2 injuries. And considering the players they still have on their books, James Maddison I can see there, Romario Barrow the big one, I don't expect these players to stay there. We could be about to see the total and utter collapse of Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's staggering. Anyway, I will bring you updates on this if anything does happen in the future. But back to us after the intro. Part of the reason why I remembered to bring you that Wolves thing is the fact that we've drawn them in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. We're actually doing okay this time. Admittedly, our opponents were Leyton Orient and Ipswich, who have only just been re-promoted to the Championship. Yeah, comfortable 2-0s in those. I do need to address the situation at the start of the season. You saw the 1-0 loss against West Ham. Disappointing, but not an overall shockingly bad performance, it has to be said. Fairly even all told. No clear-cut chances for anyone in that one. When it comes to Bournemouth, though, we held on for 88 minutes before they scored. Incredibly annoying. I brought the Ox on and then he got injured, so I had to bring 2 wingers on in the same position during that match, but 88 minutes, hard to take it. I was looking for the draw there. Away from home, a point's fantastic against anyone in this division. Arsenal, 87 minutes before they got a goal against us, we nearly got a point off Arsenal. But it is 3 losses to start the season off, which was 0 points, but only -3 goal difference, which may work in our favour towards the end of the season if we have a better goal difference than our nearby rivals. But then Leyton Orient gave me the opportunity to rotate the players, and inevitably it was 2 players that I had to bring off the bench that scored the 2 goals. Escobar and Madeira, thank you for that. We did manage to hold out against another South Coast club, against Brighton, 0-0, got all the way to the 90 minutes without anyone scoring in that one. Does mean though, 4 games without a goal. Not a great start. Thankfully, West Brom allowed us to score in the first minute. We went from conceding at the end of a match to scoring at the very beginning of a match. Velasquez getting one in the second half. Did we blow a 3-0 lead at Sheffield United? Yep, yes we did. It's a good point. Like I said, a point away from home at anyone in the Premier League is useful. Because considering the fact we're 3-0 up within 41 minutes, it is a little bit hard to take. Escobar scoring in the first minute, again, another first minute goal there. And then both centre-backs scoring as well. So, but Musa, damn him, keeps scoring against us. It's very annoying. They do have Son, yes. And then routine against Ipswich again, pretty much. Lentas and Tay on again, another rotated side largely. And now we play the 3rd of the South Coast sides in the Premier League. All 3 of them still there. Southampton having a good start, 6th, living up to their wage bill. The good news is though, we do have our entire first team available to us, and just realised one of them isn't actually on the pitch yet because rotation. Straight speaking, Littler is a better defender than Medina, but Medina is our player, so we want to play him and develop him. Also, he's on a 7, so that's pretty good. Best on the left, Coldridge, Medina and Shaw in the defensive line with Dutra in the goal, as always. Wilson, Grimes, Velasquez in the midfield. Ebersbach and Madeira in the inside forward roles, as always, and Escobar up front. Scored twice now, but could do with more. Like, admittedly, considering where we are, we would probably consider a 15-goal season for him good going. That's a 4-3-3. Hang on, he's a centre-back, isn't he not? Is he central to... No, he's a midfielder. This is the player that we looked at for a very long time when he was genned into the game, and then we lost track of him, basically, when Southampton nabbed him before we could. Damn it, he has developed quite nicely. Thought he was a defender for some reason. I know who I've gotten confused with. A player who played against us when we trashed Lazio 4-0 in the friendlies. Remarkably, that's a good team. You know what my favourite part of this Southampton team is? Højbjerg still there. Of all the players for them to hold on to, it's Højbjerg. Let's cause an upset. Let's bring Southampton back down to earth. Now, they've sort of had middling seasons so far in this immediate highlight. That's terrifying. They sort of had middling seasons so far in this save. They've not gone down. They've not really done too much either. But so far this year, they've started quite well. And as you saw at the beginning, they did have a quite a high wage bill, the 6th highest in the league, I think it was. But Ebersbach moving forward now, he's gone for it, and well, there's a Lasou being involved there. Sorry, I couldn't get the word out. I was that gobsmacked by the fact it's happened in my game. It was going wide, admittedly, but there's still been a bit of a Lasou action there for Mariola. Sergio, Madeira, that's not going to get to him. I can see that coming a mile off. Evander now. This 4-3-3 looking terrifying. I just want to point out one thing. In terms of the Brighton team, Sadio Mane's gone there. He's admittedly like 33 at this point, and physically, okay, but still a little surprising. Shaw, coming forward now. I like to bring you the random movements of players and managers when they're interesting. Shaw, still back on this ball again. Ebbers back now. Can he put it in? No. Back to Shaw. Can he put it in? Sort of. Grimes. Can he put it in? Escobar. Can he put it in? Yes, he can. There's the goal. 1-0. We worked it. We worked it very nicely. Has to be said. We worked that very nicely, and that gives us 8 points. I should have mentioned that. 5 points. We were starting this game with a block about 4 teams on 5 points. However, with our superior goal difference, we were 15th, I think, starting this match. Here we are then. Shaw, seeing it with lines. Escobar's onside because it's counted. But yeah, defenders. So far, so good from the team that started the day in 15th. Velasquez is not quite under that. Coleridge will get hold of the ball though, and, well, probably give it away. Yes, Højbjerg. Let's not let Højbjerg punish us after what I said about him in the start of this. I'm only single out Højbjerg, by the way, because my stream save is with Southampton, and I've loaned him out every year so far. He's the worst of my midfielders. Andre, though, admittedly, we have strengthened the midfield, but still, he's the worst of our midfielders. That's a good save by Sergio. Coleridge deals with the loose ball. Doesn't let it go out for a corner. Like to see that, and he actually cleared it in a sensible way, and not just punted it backwards for no reason whatsoever. So far, I can see 2 unbeaten teams, Man United 4 draws, but Liverpool with just the one, 19 points leading the way. Just talking about that because nothing's happening in the game. Here we are, 42 minutes, Medina at the back post. We've seen him score one like that so far. I say we, I have, you haven't. And so far, 1-0. I'm not going to tell him don't get complacent because I said that against Sheffield United and you saw what happened there. You played well, still room for improvement. You would think I would learn my lesson about the don't get complacent, considering I singled it out in an episode a long time ago back in League 2 now. But no, I thought, it's been a long while, maybe things are a little bit different. There's been a couple of updates since then. Nope, still useless. Still immediately makes every player complacent. Gil on the ball. Please don't punish me. I wanted to sign you at one point. Jorge, Andre, Evander. I don't like this. I don't like this. Well, I don't know what number 5's done there, but he's just completely stopped moving entirely. That's Bruno Rosa Ribeiro. Right. Not the best work from Dutra, but we'll see this in 3D to see if that save was actually a good save or a bad save. Evander, I want to see what happens here. Oh, he slide tackles. That's why he stopped moving. Ribeiro, great. Okay, it's a great save first off, but just great reactions from Ribeiro. That was a sensational save off the first back. I retract what I said immediately now. I just realised I started this game attacking. It's because of Ipswich. We'll just scale it back a bit. We'll settle against a point against a team that are in 5th, I think. I mean, we've got away with it, 1-0. I think Velasquez, not great so far. One thing I should also point out in regards to the formation is that it's now deep line playmaker rather than an advanced playmaker. I just figuring just because we're probably second best against pretty much every team in this division, I just thought we might get slightly less aggressive with the formation in total. Does mean the board are slightly less happy about the lack of attacking football. I mean, the 3-3 helped, but yes, and mostly because basically every player I have can do deep line playmaker perfectly, and players like Grimes, not so much on the advanced. Still forcing Best to do left back in a position he doesn't like, but never mind. Anyone else really need to come off at this point? No, not really. Gonçalves is on a 6.6. Ebbers back too, but it's not terrible. But 6.4 from Velasquez, not great. Evander, free kick, I don't like set pieces. That's a great ball, but Sergio, thankfully under it. Medina, oh, this is being played out a little bit too close to my goalkeeper for my liking. That's fine. It's punted out to Escobar. He's done number 18 in, but there's too many Southampton players in the way for him to do anything there. Puts it back to Best sensibly. Thank you for doing something that's useful there. Put it back into the box. Casseret. Oh, I used his surname. I've gone for it. I've committed to Casseret now. Maxence will be his name for the most part. They've gone very attacking. Let's just soak that up. They've gone very attacking on a 4-3-3. We'll go cautious. Maxence. I will pronounce it like that every time now. Grimes on the edge of the box. Oh, I thought he was about to turn quickly to smash that one in. Escobar, though. Not great if you have a lisp, that name, really, is it? I don't have one, but I developed one there. Escobar, though. Or Escobar, as I was about to call him there. Grimes. Look at this ball, though, from Maxence. Just sees Escobar there, ready to pounce, and damn, does he pounce. Lovely assist by Maxence. And definitely, we're going cautious now. Very rarely go cautious, but this is the Premier League. Just looking at the 69% fitness for Ebbers back. Not greatest game from him either. Both fullbacks on 70%, but they're playing well. I might just bring Lentas in there. Weirdly, actually, if you compare Anchorman, Wilson is actually a worse Anchorman on the key stats that pop up on that left-hand side. Kind of curious, that. I might actually have to start playing Lentas as first choice. Oh, vital win in the end. 2 goals from Jordi Escobar. Called him out, said he needed to score a few more, and he has done. Not in the game, but he heard me somehow. Well done on a great result. Get in. I'm kind of curious. I want to know who Southampton have played. What's their other loss? Sheffield United. Okay. So they can beat Leicester away, Arsenal at home, draw with Man United, but, you know, York, Sheffield United, we'll beat them. That's fine. It's going to be one of those seasons for Southampton, I think. Stoke are unbeaten, by the way. I didn't notice that one. 5 draws. Incredible. Right, so Stoke, speaking of, in 6 days' time. Still not lost. They're in 7th. Excuse me, no you don't. I really hope that you'll stay. Richie, please don't leave. Escobar, team of the week. What? I have to highlight Dominic on this one, by the way. This is one of those saves where he develops sensationally. I have him on my Southampton stream save. He's doing alright there, but this is a lot further in the future, admittedly. I still love the fact that Chris Wilder is England manager. I'm just highlighting this piece of news because I feel like it may be important. Madeira is now capable of consistently rounding the goalkeeper when given the chance. He has 9 finishing, but good pace in general. This could mean something to his performances going forward. Look at that, me and Klopp, loving life. Still good friends, even though I can't take players off him for nothing anymore. Oh, Pietro Romano's piped up and said he loves Jordi Escobar. Reminds me of Lopez. That was the point. Oh, we love Pietro Romano. If you've not watched my Story So Far video from the weekend, a lot of love for Romano in that. Plays at Shrewsbury now, which is great. Wonder if Terry's still his manager. No. Oh, only recently though. Oh, Richie. Well, if you love them, you have to let them go. He's only under 18's manager for about a month. We'll keep an eye on him. I wish him the very best of luck. I either want him to do brilliantly or terribly so that he can come straight back. Nothing in between. So the team for Stoke will be unchanged. Just want to point out the transfer value of James Grimes. It was 24 million. Potential extras. I believe it was only 10 up front though. That's a bold formation. What is it with it today in attacking formations? But yes, Grimes, 24 million overall. I mentioned obviously in the transfer part of it that it was a big money. Never mentioned what the money was. 24 million. 10 up front. 14 over the years. And yes, just to clarify, I did edit that in, but Coleridge was only 6 up front. 4 overtime. Which is absolute crazy, I think. But never mind. Now let's try and stop them from scoring here. I mean, I know that's the point of football, but nothing's happened straight from kickoff for the first time in about 5 games. And so far, so dull. 25 minutes gone, nothing seen so far. Southampton find themselves in 4th, though. What a season so far for them, despite us beating them last time out. Well, 40 minutes have gone, and finally we get to see something. We've not had a lot of this game. Gotta be said, 45% possession, 1 shot in total, and it was a block shot at that. So if we can do a little bit of creativity now, that'd be wonderful. I mean, if we could just Stoke here, that'd be hilarious. I thought we were about to punt that straight through to Escobar. He's going to get on the end of this, though. Good save. I did think for a second we were going to long ball that to Escobar. Did get a little bit closer to him before we decided to assist him. Resulting corner. I'm not expecting much. Proven right. And at half-time, I'm not super pleased with what I've seen. Turned him around. There we go. Of all the players to get demotivated is Dutra. You're in goal. You're the one who should be making the others do better, because it means you'll be facing less shots. Now, of course, I singled out Madeira maybe improving his performances because of being able to round the keeper now. 6.3. And also just impeded someone giving away this free kick. So if this results in a goal, I'm going to be mad. That's over, thankfully. Meanwhile, St James's Park is having the game of his life. 3 all over there. Not game of his life. Exaggeration is the name of the game. Madeira, though, off you come. Shao on a 6.5. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We do love him. A bit of nerves on Nebsback's side of things as well. We'll give him a replacement too. But I'll take a 0-0, in fairness. It's 1 point. All the points are useful at this stage. Although for Linden... What happened there? How did he not get the ball? I don't know why this is suddenly... I don't know where the highlight was there. Was there a good block there that I didn't see? Possibly. Right, I'm only making this change because they'll just ask me why I didn't take him off when he's on a 6.4. I didn't really want to make a third change. I didn't really see the need to, but Shao, Grimes, Van Gastel will get onto this ball. Shao's behind him if he wants to go for it. It doesn't. That nearly goes in. What? I think it was a cross, but still. Now, 20 seconds of this game to go. We have got back into it somewhat, made it a fairly even contest on the whole, but here's the... No. Is it Thay or Tay? How am I supposed to be pronouncing it? I'm going to go with Thay, after already saying Tay about 9,000 times in the video so far. I'm going to commit to Thay, I think. All a waste of time that was for everyone. Well done, lads. You just proved a lot of people wrong in avoiding defeat out there. They did get back into the game, admittedly, so I can't say I was disappointed in the performance as a whole. Just don't forget that they got promoted with us and actually are predicted behind us. It is 5 unbeaten. Draw, win, draw, win, draw. Just one thing to clarify, this is obviously to win the title in the Premier League rather than just be promoted like it has been every other year. So, whilst it's 1,000 to 1 and sounds a bit dramatic, different goalposts. Now, whilst obviously I went through quite a few games last time before bringing you back, I will bring you back for Man United away along with the Wolves Carabao Cup 4th round. It's the furthest we've ever gone in this competition, so why not? And I'd just like to point out, without the Carabao Cup there, just ignoring that, 4 games in the league. Man United, Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool, and then the Leeds derby. Who scheduled this? I really need to get 3 points against Newcastle, if I'm honest. They may be the team I support, but I really need to get 3 points off them because after this run, I can't imagine the morale's going to be great. Also slightly happens towards the end of the season as well. So these 2 games are going to be super important. But yes, we're going to bring you Man United and then Wolves, Carabao Cup 4th round. Until then, ta-ra.